Alrighty, jumping into game number 2, spawning in the bottom of the map in the red color, playing as Isis from the DoD clan. His name is Joe on the top of the map. In the blue color, playing as Oranos. His name is Magic, changing the gods up. I love it. The map is Tundra. So looks like Mickey Heege is gonna love this. Oranos versus Isis on Tundra. We'll see what happens. Magic dunno, because if you look at the graph for all the rest, he's talking about that last game. Magic's way ahead all game. But I think Magic was ahead on economy because he got upgrades before Joe. I think it was simply just a matter of Joe spending too many resources on the water, not getting upgrades. Plus the Priest, Pharaoh, and Power is pretty huge. But let's talk about this game, shall we? So Joe has quite a bit of experience in this matchup against Moore, but there aren't that many really high level Oranos players playing at this point in Age of Mythology's lifespan. And I mean, there's some like strong 1800, 1850 players, but I don't mean there's no like 2K Oranos players playing at the moment. So he's been doing quite well with his Isis. So I'm interested to see where he goes with this. If he goes Anubis, or if he goes Priest Siege, or if he's just going to go for that 3-town center shenanigans. I've got no idea what is good here for Isis. So I'm learning here on the fly, and we do see Magic forgetting hunting dogs. That's not going to be the biggest issue. I think it's not going to matter that much. Or is it Mickey Hedge? Hedge or Hedge? Who knows? If Joe want to save. I don't think it matters that much. Losing out on 10% gather rate for 2 minutes on two citizens. If he can't get 430 or has villagers stopped, I think there's more issues there than you think. Anyways, we are seeing, it looks like a second villager to gold. No, just a missed pathing there. So he's going to be running over here, and we're going to probably see him grab some caribou and then move on over to the Auroch. So he's going to be really happy with this starting hunt. We do see that this kind of patented... Oh no, Joe's doing something different here. You see these? These are wood villagers in the archaic age. This has never happened before. I love it. But it does mean that Joe goes to the classical age later. It means he gets a pickaxe. He's also got a fairly early monument up, which he doesn't normally get. Normally gets the houses and then the temples when he goes for early second town center. So this is really looking like a Nubite play here, or Bast play with Sphinx. But I'm going to assume Anubites, and we'll see what happens there. So we'll see. We do have some relics on the map. So we got the Canopic Jar of Imseti? I'm not sure how to actually pronounce that, but I guess it's Imseti or Imseti. Who knows? 15% inventory build time. That's actually fairly helpful for Magic. However, you got to be careful, simply because you don't want, if you're going to auto queue your units and you're going to have your Murmillo building faster, that's going to cut into your villager training time. So you're going to be careful you're not cutting villagers for extra Murmillo there. So we'll see what happens there. I don't see any other relics yet discovered. We do see Prometheus is coming through, and it looks like it is roughly on time. We'll see how late he got. He is a couple of percent late, so lost 3 seconds on the classical age because of no hunting dogs. Damn. So I mean, if that's the difference in the game, that's the difference. There's the relic. Oh, he's got Tusk of the Iron Bull. That's huge for Joe. 10% cavalry and chariot archer hit points. Getting that monument to the soldiers up. Still no temple. We are seeing Oracle Scouts grouping up, so they're going to be looking for maybe a fast Valor play, maybe taking down this location, because maybe he knows that Joe's going to do this Anubis thing. He is using Valor on the Oracles, and he can just kind of run in here and then kill the monument to the soldiers, which is super interesting. But it looks like he's going to be going for the Watchtower, which is fine. I don't think he's going to worry too much about this. We are seeing the temple going up, and losing the watchtower isn't maybe, well, actually maybe it is a kind of a big deal. Going to get the villager to start attacking the oracle. We're going to see Promethean coming in, and we do see a double counter barracks popping up now for magic. So I like that. I like it. I like the double counter barracks because it does allow you to jump ages really fast, and ISIS generally doesn't have that much they can do against just pure Terma, because you need to be building slingers or something. We are seeing going for the temple instead of going for the monument is interesting. Maybe the monument's in town center range, but I would like to see the monument get taken down there. We are seeing priests popping up, and we do see Bast is coming through, but Joe's so far behind. You hate to see it. You hate to see the late advance time against an Oranos player that's simply just doing basic 1700 Oranos strats with Oracle heroes. Definitely needs to repair this one. He's going to get so many villagers onto this temple to repair it, and he is probably going to be able to hang on to this one with the Pharaoh empower rate there. And he should actually eject the Tusk of the Iron Boar onto this side so that just in case he doesn't want to be losing that one. Does look like the town center was targeting down a Promethean, which you do not want. We are seeing a Bast is coming through, so no Anubites at all for Joe, but he does have 2 monuments, so he can build up those Sphinx. Is he going to be building up Priest? What's he doing? Is he going for looks like a little bit of panic, and does look like the Tusk of the Iron Boar. Need to pick that one up. Oh, Joe going to be pausing. Not too happy with that one. Can't be getting anything out here just yet. Looks like this is going to be pretty difficult for Joe. Joe needs to grab this relic. Is he going to go? He can't go straight to the heroic age. He's not chucking down barracks. Here's the barracks right now. Going to be able to pick off the Promethean here, and it does look like the monument is going to be going down as well, which is going to hurt. Does look like the Sphinx gets picked off by some of these Termas as the second Valor already goes down. That's the bonus of using Valor straight away on your Oracle heroes. You get the second Valor before 7 minutes, which means you can get that one put down onto the Termas. Now, the big story right now is Magic has done all this damage to Joe, right? But he hasn't made a single Terma. So his villager production has been on point. And it takes no effort for him to do that because he's got some good stuff happening. So Priest's going to have to move in here to pick off these units. The Prometheans, I hope he stopped building Prometheans because the Priests are out now and these Prometheans will simply just die instantly. But it does look like the wooden wall is going to be under some pressure. Prosperity has been cast. Another temple is going to be going up. We see Armory is popping up. So it's potentially going to be maybe like a heroic age timing attack with Priests. He's used Prosperity. He can't get that second Town Center. He knows he's against Terma. Town Center is coming up for Magic. So Magic's going to have to somehow defend against this. He's got a Barracks up as well. I'm not sure he's going to be building anything out of that, but we are going to be seeing Priests for Joe. Priest Siege is kind of what is the vibe now for Joe. So I guess the question you have to ask right now is, has the damage that Magic's inflicted been enough to be grabbing 3 Town Centers here? Which is what he's going for. Or should he be jumping to the Heroic Age and getting out Contarius because of all the damage he's done in order to deal with these Priests, or like whatever way you deal with Priest Siege. But still, no Priest getting built just yet. Looks like he needs to get the Priest upgrade to make them cheaper. He's going to be getting Hands of the Pharaoh, and then he should be getting everything else. But Magic's got the 3 Town Centers coming through, so the Ancestors Eclipse attack is not going to be that effective, even if he kills 1 Town Center. Looks like Joe can just Magic can just retreat back off that Town Center and be fine. He is running around with these Terma, trying to find something, trying to scout out what's going on. This temple is placed, but he's not going to get built yet. We're seeing Spirit of Mart coming through, which is going to allow his priests to be 30% cheaper, which means they cost, 70? That's pretty good. 9 minutes is fairly late for a fast heroic when you don't really build anything, but that was from the pressure. Seeing Siege Workshops coming up as well. So Joe's fairly all in at this point. which is why Magic going for this third town center is a little bit confusing for me. But we'll see if it works out. He's still pumping out the Terma. He's getting up military barracks now because he knows he needs to get the Murmillo out to defend against siege towers. And we'll see what happens there, but I'm assuming he's going to be in a decent enough position. No more Prometheans are getting produced. And yeah, should be okay. Should be okay. We are seeing that the temple's coming out. We're building up another Scorpion Man. Got the priest queued up. The town center is getting some of that good action here. We do see that the priests are out, but there is no gold right now for Joe. Joe could come over onto this gold mine though. And I'm not sure if Magic has seen it or not because he had to move his oracles into the center of the map early. Do see that these nice micro here spreading out those Terma. However, he's still losing them even though he's picking off some of those spears. So Joe's going to be happy with that. And now he's got a fairly decent army. You can start moving in. Definitely need to focus down that Pharaoh straight away. We've got the Siege Tower coming out. And he's going to be moving in on to... Oh, he's trying to pick off a Priest there instead of the Pharaoh. Something you can do with this Siege Towers and Priest action against pure Terma is see which Priest is getting attacked. And then when the volley comes... if the lag isn't there, then you can garrison the priest into the siege tower while the volley's coming and effectively waste a volley of attack there. And we do see a Scorpion Man does get picked off. But Magic's going to be fine with that. He's just trying to delay Joe at this point while his boom's happening. Still building those Terma, getting some military barracks up, getting some of those Murmillo out. Doing fairly decent things at this point in the game. Is looking like Joe is in a bit of strife right now, but his army is starting to look okay. He's got the walls up. He's got the second gold mine secured from those walls. Does he have upgrades? He does have he does have pickaxe, which is going to help out, but he doesn't have anything else. He doesn't have hand axe for those wood villages. Is he still building villages? He's got like 5 villages on food, so he's kind of all in here. He's not building any more town centers or anything, so he does need to do all the damage right now. We do have to just hope that that he doesn't overcommit, or like Magic doesn't overcommit or something, because at this point it's all about how much damage Joe can do with this push, and it is looking like it's going to be a lot of damage right now. So we'll see what happens here. There's so many Terma in this army, and at that point it's like these priests do a lot of damage, and he does have Pierce upgraded as well, which does give him 15% instead of 0%, is it? Hero is 15% vulnerability. So he's going to be moving in, picking off a bunch of these Terma. So we'll see. He is going to be doing this. Definitely to keep this Pharaoh close to siege towers at all times so you can garrison it in. We are seeing that the priests are going to get surrounded here. Ancestors Eclipse does go down, and Magic is sort of trying to fight this one, but he's going to be running away with these Terma at this point, getting a couple of those Ancestors to chase them down. Siege towers running in right now. Citizens getting picked off, but Magic doesn't care too much about that one. He does have 2 citizens in this town center already. Does need to ungarrison them once in order to kill the siege towers, but it does look like the town center is going to be going down for free right now. Magic's happy with this because this goal operation is not going to get targeted, and we do see that the ancestors over here are going to get picked off, and we are going to be moving Joe into the middle. We are seeing a raid onto the gold villages at this point though. This is going to be big. This is going to be big because this does stop the army of Joe. And we'll see if the units can help out. We are seeing some catapults getting queued up as well to pick off those siege towers. You don't want them to be attacking priests. They've got a bonus there. And we do see that Joe is not aware of this right now. He's got a couple of priests in here attacking. He could just take these villages off the line and then attack these Terma. But we aren't seeing that one just yet because he's so focused on the army right now, trying to pick up as much stuff as he can because he knows he needs to. But during all of this, Magic is just doing too much damage. Shockwave going down onto these villages, going to do even more damage. You see Siege Tower pumping out right now, but so many of these villages are dying. See a town center coming back up, all ready for Magic. We've got the villagers jumping onto the siege towers at this point. Murmillo are tanking so much damage right now while the siege towers are going down. And if these siege towers do go down, that's no more pressure for Joe. Joe has spotted the town center coming back up. The terms are almost all dead, but this was so many villages. Only 15 left over here at this point, which is absolutely huge. We see some more of these citizens are going to get picked off at this point. All of these villagers are trying to pick these... Sorry, all of these priests are trying to pick off these citizens. The siege tower does get onto the settlement in time, so he has managed to keep that one down. But no second town center just yet for Joe. Joe needs to start transitioning out of these priests, because once these Murmillo come in, it's a big thing. It's a big deal. These priests cannot really deal with all of these Murmillo. Town center gonna be coming back up very, very shortly. Does not look like Joe can keep this one down. Magic is being able to defend this very, very nicely with that beautiful attack on the gold mine. Joe decides to tap out. GG, well played there by Magic. I loved the throwback. The throwback to Valor Attack. Valor Attack on the front base. Joe disrespecting the Oranos play right there. And then Magic just punishing him. And Oranos takes the win there with that staple double counterbarracks term of play. Super well played there by Magic. I think Magic's got to go now. I'm just going to ask Joe if he wants to keep playing. We'll see what happens. But Magic's got to go, so we'll see if he's in here or not. Doesn't look like. Maybe he's out? Yeah.